We are going to go and carry on doing this middle section. I've done some work on it already, and I can show you what I've done. It is, this fold out will be just with pockets. That's the idea. I've got that fold, and that one goes up. Just the two, but there is a lot of pockets that we are having in this one. That is a pocket at the top. It goes in there. Then we've got this pocket, side pocket here. I just want to put that in there. It's just to show you. And then we do have a little one on that side. Now, if you got designs of pockets, use them. And then I do have this nice big pocket on the main page. I'm going to give you the measurements for my pockets that I've used and the little one. The measurement for that small pocket, I've cut it 3 inches and 5 inches in the width. It's 3 inches wide, 5 inches in the width, and I just score it at 1/2 inch. And the 3-inch side, I score 1/2 inch as well. And I just rounded the corner and I put it on the flaps at the bottom, flap at the bottom, and that is the pocket for that one. This one is a 3-inch pocket. Yes, it's a 3-inch pocket. By the width of your pattern paper, just add 1/2 inch on both sides, or 1 inch, and then score at 1/2 inch, and I score 1/2 inch at the bottom. And I also put it under, there is the flaps, under my paper. If you do it that way, you do get so much more in your pockets. It's nice. And this one is a corner pocket. That is just an offcut piece. That measures 4 and this measures 3. And I just make sure that I've got enough to have flaps to go underneath my pattern paper. That is for these pockets. I've got these offcuts that I've just put in here. We can cover it, but if I do find something else to cover it, I'll do that as well. And let me show you. I think that is, the glue is still wet there. I'm not gonna force that in. And then for the top one, that's my first page. So this one, it is 7.5 and 6 7/8. Then you're going to score 6 3/4 and score at 7. You will see there's a little bit of a square, and that's what we need there, because we need to have a little bit more room to put your photos in. This one I've just scored at 1/2 inch and then 1 inch at 1 knot on. So that's 1/2 inch, and I think it's a 1/8 of an inch. That's why I've got 2 score lines there. And then we're going to do the top here. So for this front that I want, I've got this piece. It's an offcut piece, but it is not long enough. If I have to put the pattern paper on, you can see there, that's where it is. So I've got that piece, no pattern paper. Not a problem. I can still make my pocket. I'll just let my black cardstock go past that, and then I can still have my pocket so that it fits my whole page. Let me show you. It fits onto the whole page, and I've got a nice deep pocket. Why I want a deep pocket? For the closure. I'm going to have a closure over this, and this is what I've got here. And let me show you. I do have this at 6, and I score it 1/2 inch, and it is in the width 6.5. It's a little bit, if I put it over like here, you can see there's a little bit of the pattern paper showing on both sides. All right? That's not a problem because this was an offcut and I want to use it. So I measure up from the bottom 2 inches, and I did get the middle of my page, and that is 3¼ inches, and I measure up 2 inches from this side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my ruler on that mark there and the middle of my page, and just like that I can see the marks, and then I will cut that piece off. And I can do the same with the side onto the mark, and I'll cut it off. So I've got a sharp point there. Just rub out my marks. That's like an envelope, but I don't like that sharp point. I'm going to put it in, and I hope my round corner rounder will just, I'm going to have to use my scissors. The sharp points, they bend quite a lot, and I'm just going to round it. I like an envelope, and that is it. Then when we put it over, it's like that. Okay, now I just need to get my pattern paper. I want to do my pattern paper. This one we can put down, but this I want to do my pattern paper first. And then I will put it on here. And I still think I need to do another score line. I think I'm going to do 1/8 inch score line, just because this is a nice big pocket. And let me show you. That's where the dot is. And you can't really see. And it closes very nice. Okay. And I don't have anything to put in this pocket. It's nice and big. That is still that one. We do have a lot that we can put in our pockets. We are ready for this one to put it on the folio. I'm going to do mine, and when I'm done, I can show you. And yes, it's so overcast, and then the sun is coming through the clouds now, and this is what I do get, because winter time, this is in my craft room, this is what I have to deal with. I hope it doesn't bother you. I do have mine, and I'm just making sure I'm in between my score lines and top to bottom. Think I'm fine. And I will take my backing off, and I think this one slips in. Yes, there it is. And now I can burnish. Let's open up. Not that one. That one. And I can make sure, yes, I look good. I am off the score lines. Yes, there is a few things that you need to consider when you're making even the mini albums, even your cards, to be away from the score lines. Yeah, otherwise you can't open and close. That's the main thing. Okay, so we do have that one. That one is quite thick. That's why I don't have a thickness on this side. I just did a belly band because we've got fold outs on this one still to cover. And makes it so much easier. You can put, there's a pocket, you can put a few things in here. And yeah, so we're going to carry on to this one. I've got it all ready, and let's grab it. This one is halfway through it. Let me show you what I've done. Okay, our pattern paper, and it was the top part of the page, and I wanted to let it go through, and that's what I've done. This fold out is underneath the flaps, underneath our pattern paper, and that one. I must say, all of them are underneath the pattern paper. Let me give you the measurements. Did I write it on? Yes, I did. So you will start off with 7 1/4 by 6 3/4. 6 3/4, 7 1/4, and you score it at 1/2 inch. And you put the flap underneath your pattern paper. Then you're going to come to, so that's that side. Then you're going to come to this one. And this one measures, this one measures 4 5/8 by 7 3/4. 7 3/4, you're going to score at 6 3/4 and 7. And that is going to go underneath in the middle of the pattern paper. So there it is, the flaps. So that one you're going to do first, Then we're doing that one. Then we are going to do this one. This one measures 7 3/8 by 6 3/4. On the 7 3/8 side, you're going to score 1/2 inch, and I scored 5/8 of an inch. And I've got a little bit of a square, a little bit. And I've just used that pattern paper for that is similar to the greens. That's what I'm trying to keep with the green. That one is a 6 by 6, and that was, I just left that on it. It fills the paper. This was an offcut that fits in here perfectly. I had to cover this side with the offcut that was here. Right, so we do have that one first, then we do have that one, then this one comes over, then we'll have this one. Now, this one, and then that one. This one measures 7 by 6 3/4, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch and 7/8 of an inch. That's a little bit more of a square that we do have there. So that is going to be that one. And then this one that goes on top of everything, we have this at 4 5/8 by 8. And you score it 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And they are all on the back of our pattern paper. This one, so we just need to put pattern paper on top of these fold outs. But this one, I've got this little strip here that I want to make a small pocket. Yes, a very small pocket. I want to use that for a closure, but it looks like it's going to be too small. I will use my Velcro dots for this on this side to close. I might use something else. I'm just thinking I might use something else. If you do the Velcro dot, you have to put your photos. You can't put your photos on top of the Velcro dot, then you can't close it. I'm going to have something. I'm going to have something here where I can use the closure. Let me think about that one, and then I am going to grab the pattern papers for all of this. Let me show you. I've made this little tag. This is the offcut papers I've used. I just pick one that I can use, and that my tag is 3.5. I scored a half, and I scored it a half, and I scored a half again. So that is an 1/2 inch that I do have there. That I'm going to go underneath and make sure that it's gonna fit